Hi, I'm Yolanda. Today I'm going to show you a really easy peasy way that you can do your makeup for like a daily kind of look, and also at nighttime if you're going out. There's different ways and tips you can do the same look, but kind of glam it up at night by just doing a couple of little different things that I'll show you at the end. But today we'll be using the Sephora Moonshadow Baked Palette, which is, I have a picture on the website, but basically it's got a lot of shimmery kind of neutral colors, browns, basically about 90% brown, then there's a couple little fun colors in there like purple and some silver, but it's pretty much a bronzy kind of brown look. And like I said, you can wear it daily, night. It's very versatile. As you can see, I've worn down to the metal 3 of those little circles there. But anyway, that's our main focus is for the eyes, but also too for the base of our look. This is something I use every day, the MAC Select Cover Up, and I really just use that in really just little small spots here and there, where you might have like a pimple or something, or a scar or whatever. And then also today we're going to use Tinted Moisturizer, which is, instead of foundation or powder, it's kind of a more blendable look. And this is Tarte Smooth Operator, and it's actually an Amazonian clay tinted moisturizer, so it's from Amazon, I guess, in the Amazon. I don't know. That's kind of funny. I've noticed that. But anyway, and then for cheeks, we're going to use another Tarte product, and I love these cheek stains. I have a whole bunch of them. I see another one that we're not going to use today that I use all the time in the summer. But this one's more of a winter kind of look as far as the color of it. But this is Tarte Vivid, and it's a cheek stain instead of using like traditional blush. And some other things we'll use, MAC False Lashes for our mascara, and a MAC Liquid Eyeliner for the tops of the eyelids when we're done. So anyway, enough chattering. I'll probably use some other stuff that I didn't, mention, but we'll just go ahead and get started so we can show you how I do this look. It should be under 10 minutes, so let's see if I can do it. Okay. So first, obviously you start with a cleansed face, and the product I use for that is actually on my website as well. It's Fresh Soy Face Cleanser, and it's really, really good. Try it. Alright, so basically, it is winter. My lips are a little dry. My skin just tends to be dry in general. I have gas heat, and, my skin just gets dry. So, for lips, I like to put on cocoa butter for my lips as a base. We're going to do lips later, but I like to do the kind of moisturizing kind of things first, just so I don't forget when I start putting makeup on. So, we'll put that on first for the lips. And then we'll start with the MAC Select Cover Up. And this is actually NW40. As far as the shade that I use, that's close to my skin tone. So basically what I do is I put a little bit on my brush, just a little dab. And then, we have any little, dark spots, or like I actually had like a spider or something bite me on my cheek a couple weeks ago. So I was like, we're going to cover that up. Cover up really just quick and blending. This brush is actually I think a Ulta brush, and it's multi-usage. I use it for doing my eyeshadow, and also for cover up, because you can do little small spots real quick. So that was quick. Done with that. And then for your base, like I said, I use a tinted moisturizer. Basically, tinted moisturizer, it's not as heavy as foundation. It's like a lotion that has a little bit of a tint to it. But as you can see, I mean, it has like a solid color, but I just think it's more blendable because it's closer to like lotion, I think, than actual foundation. So same thing, put a little more than you did on your brush for the cover up. And what I kind of do is I kind of do these little tribal looking looks to kind of just make sure I get, a basis for all of the spots that I need to, well, not spots, but like just to make sure you get your whole face and you don't leave anything out. That's the thing about tinted moisturizer, is because it does blend so well with your own skin, you got to make sure, that you're actually getting all of it. And so I kind of do that when I start, kind of dot my nose, dot my cheeks, dot my forehead and my chin, and make sure everything's really blended in well. So using the same brush, get your T-zone. And another thing I like about tinted moisturizer too is like, it's not like if you do, I mean, it's like if you do miss some of your, miss some spots or whatever, it's not that noticeable, especially if you're using a brush. If you use your fingers, I don't know, it might be a little bit more noticeable, but I think the whole point of when whatever makeup fairy decided to invent tinted moisturizer, the whole point, I guess, is that it looks, pretty natural and stuff, so, but it still kind of gives you a finished look. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but it's basically how you put it on. Blending, blending, blending. And you could use one of those sponge kind of applicators too, like people used to use for the foundation. Same kind of thing, like maybe some of the throwaway ones. But I like brush. It's economical. You just wash it with some antibacterial soap and just kind of reuse it. So I like the brush. So, excuse my dog, he's over here sniffing the floor. I don't know what he's doing. Okay, so now we've got our base on here. Now we're going to start the eyes. So I use the same brush for my eyes. Just use the water, but I'm going to rinse the brush off because I actually like to use a wet brush. And we'll dab it a little bit. I don't want it to be super saturated. But yeah, I do like to use a wet brush because it gives you like it kind of helps, like if you're using a baked kind of palette eyeshadow, it kind of helps it give that baked kind of pop of a look. Shimmery, I guess, because of the colors that are in it. But I use it for everything just because I feel like makeup stays on better when you apply it wet. Now some shadows, if you apply it wet, it kind of can mess the shadow up, but most shadows, I think, these days, you can do wet or dry, so totally your preference. So now, we're going to use Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, and I also use this too because I think this helps, your eyeshadow stay on better. So if you're going to be going to work or, you're going to have a long day or whatever, and maybe you're going to go to the gym at lunch or whatever, this is good because, say maybe you don't have time for a shower when you go to the gym, your makeup will stay put all day. Eye makeup anyways. You're not going to use this on your whole face, just your eyes. But anyway, so I do use my finger for this, but just put a little bit of eyeshadow primer. Rub it in real good. You only need like a dab. If you use too much of this, you kind of can see like the white look to it. I don't know if you can see. I think I tried to blend it in good, but if you use too much of it, it kind of gives like a white cakey look because the color of this stuff is kind of like it's a base, so it does have like a little white color in it. So you really don't need that much, so you don't want that to show up. So now we're going to start with the Sephora Moonshadow Baked Palette. And the color I'm going to use first is this color here. It's like a golden color, and it's called actually Soft Gold. So I guessed that actually, and that's what it's called, Soft Gold. So like I said, these are neutral, really soft colors. But, like I said, it'll still give you kind of a nice look for day, and you can also do it for night too. So again, I wet the brush. And like it's not saturated, it's not soaking, but it's wet, and cold to the touch, and I can feel it. The wetness or whatever. So I do that, the bottom of my eyelid, and then I do like the top brow, like right under your brow bone. It's like a highlight. Keep my hair out of the way here. Okay, so that's your kind of your base when you start your eyes. In my opinion, you should start at the top, and then the bottom, then the top, and then work your way towards the middle. Okay, so put a little bit more water on the brush. Okay, And so now, like I said, one of my favorite colors I've actually worn down to the metal, but there's some other browns in here that are super, 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 super pretty, and they are deep brown and sienna, or deep sienna. So same thing. I actually mix these two together because they're both in the same family, and they're going to go right in the same part of my eye, the middle part. So it looks kind of crazy when you first put it on, but it's all about blending. So I kind of just, you know, dab in the palette and then just kind of go back and forth to both eyes. So it blends and looks cohesive and equal, both eyes. And sometimes you do have to use your fingers to, you know, help blend. I'm also not used to sitting down doing my makeup. I don't have a vanity. I usually stand up doing my makeup. So this is kind of different sitting down, but so you guys can see me. I'm sitting. So anyway, that was quick. But basically the eye, the middle part of the eye, I just took to those two colors, those two browns. You don't have to use two browns. You can just use one. I mean, any kind of Bates kind of palette, like I said. Sephora, you know, not the most expensive in the world. But this, like I said, if you use a primer or whatever, this stuff is good and it really looks good on. So that's the shadow. That's done. And so now we're going to do the lashes. I need a clip or something here. So let's put some... I go for a dramatic look, so I really do like really thick lashes. Thick, dark lashes. Like I said, this is actually called false lashes. This particular brand of, line of MAC Cosmetics. So this is really weird. Like I said, I stand up when I put makeup on, so this angling is kind of a little odd for me. So let's cap that back up. And then last part of your eyes is, and this is preference, I do, like I said, like a dramatic eye, is Liquid Eyeliner by MAC. And I think this is Boot Black, yep. And you basically just put this on the tops of your eyelids. Get the hair out the way. You start in the corner, the corner of your eye, and steady hand. Work your way out. And I kind of like a little wingtip at the end when I do that. I don't know why I do that. I just like it. Kind of a little bit of a runway look, but not super like too funky. So you could, like I said, wear it every day. And sometimes I can get enough liquid out of just one shake, but sometimes I can't. So it's getting a little dry on me, so I gotta go over one more with this one. Okay. So I kind of have like a medium thick line. Like I said, I like the dramatic look, but I don't, to me, and my husband says the same thing. He doesn't think that, it looks too dramatic. It's, he likes that I wear like neutrally, not a lot of makeup, not really heavy. So that's why I like this look. Like I said, you can wear it day, night, pretty versatile. And like I said, any kind of baked palette, you can achieve this look. All right, next to last are the cheeks. And this is by Tarte. And it's called Vivid, and basically it's a cheek stain. So what I usually do is I kind of like pretend like I'm smiling or cheesing or laughing at something, and I put a little bit like right on those parts of my cheek and just kind of blend up. like so. Same thing from my other cheeks. Cheese, 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 cheese. And then blend. Like so. Okay. So, and this stuff smells good too. I'm not sure what's in this, but all of the Tarte cheek stains that I have smell like you want to eat them. I mean, they don't necessarily smell like food, but they just smell good. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that and get back to you. But anyway, so last lips. So hopefully we're still under 10 minutes. So I have a couple of different lip options here. Since my face is normally like normally pretty neutral, like for work looks and stuff, I usually go for a little bit of a stronger lip as far as some kind of color action going on as opposed to lip gloss. So basically, like right now, I think we're going to use Makeup Forever.